Sabah everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I have for you a review of the Eufy Genie by Anker. This is basically the Echo Dot, but cheaper. Let's check it out. The box is very simple. We just have a picture of the actual Eufy Genie and it says Eufy Genie right here. On the left side, you'll notice that we are going to be able to interface with Amazon's Assistant, and you just need to see the keyword and you'll be able to toggle everything that you're normally able to do, verbal commands I mean, directly with the Assistant. It is compatible with Android and iOS. You'll be able to download the compatible application. One thing you want to be aware of, this requires a separate application from the Amazon Alexa application. So you're going to be needing two applications to set it up. One for the Eufy Genie, and then when you pair it with your Amazon system, you'll be able to configure it there. Taking a look in the box, we're greeted with the instruction manual on how to basically connect it. There is some additional hardware in here, as well as basically downloading the application to set it up. More information here that essentially the model number is the TI240, and then the 5V at 2 amp maximum, that's the maximum power input. So you can charge this or use this with, let's say, a power bank to be able to use it. The same way you can do that with a regular Echo Dot. And here's the hardware. Here's the Eufy Genie. Small, very nice form factor. I like the microphone placement. We have volume up, volume down, and we also have the mute microphone and initiation button. And they are buttons. There is no other information here, no buttons here, but it looks like there's also an LED ring light to show us that it is activated, and of course to show us when the microphone is muted. On the back, we have the micro USB charging port and the 3.5mm headphone jack. Very much same concept and same interface the way we have it here with the Echo Dot. Now, this isn't the recent version, the latest version of the Echo Dot. That one is a little bit smaller. I'm not trying to do size comparison. It's more of an aesthetics and kind of view and how they look. Other than that, on the bottom, we have just a non-slip material and, of course, the opening for the speaker. So the sound's going to be emanating downwards and the microphones are upwards. So that's how the sound is going to fill in. It'll come down and emanate sideways, and where the audio receiving microphones are at the top. And last but not least, a male-to-male 3.5mm headphone jack cable, as well as the charger. It's a micro USB 2-wall charger, one cable, one piece. No separate USB cable. Aesthetically, they look very similar. It is a little bit bigger, and I say this reason why I brought this version of the Echo Dot, not the new version, because that one's even smaller, and by comparison, this thing is a lot bigger. Although I want to mention that it actually looks a little bit nicer than the Echo Dot. You'll notice it's a little bit more, round, cylindrical. This looks basically like they took a regular size Echo and they sliced it and they said, look, here you go, congratulations, here's your Echo Dot. Where the Eufy looks a little bit more at the design, and it makes it look a little bit better, and it's also lighter from a sense of weight, so you just want to be aware of that. The other thing I want to mention as far as main differences between the two, you do need a separate application to set up the Eufy, and then you connect it to the Amazon Alexa application, where with the Echo Dot you just set it up directly with the Amazon application. Last I want to mention also is that we have an array of microphones here for better sound reception, where we only have two openings here. So now that we plugged in the Eufy, it's pretty much ready to go. I'm going to mute the microphone just to show you guys that it works there. The main thing that we have here is a two-step. First thing we need to do is set it up using the Eufy Home by going into the application and adding the plus and then clicking there, and then you can follow the steps to be able to set up the actual unit. And by setup, I mean giving it access to the Wi-Fi connection and making sure it's in the right time zone. Last but not least, you have the ability of using this with, of course, Amazon Alexa, Pandora, Spotify, and of course some of the things that you can do by just using normal commands as far as commanding, Nest automation. Almost anything that you can do using the Amazon Echo Dot, you'll be able to do with the Eufy Genie. One thing I want to mention though, out of the box, this does not have Bluetooth, and there's also some other things that you want to be aware of as far as what you can do, even within the Amazon Alexa app. Jumping over to the Alexa application, you'll notice that there is some options that you can do. You'll notice at the bottom here, now it says TK Eufy Genie. I can select it and I can configure it as any other Amazon Alexa. So you have to connect this to your Echo or your Amazon account. And once you do that, it'll show up as a device. You can set up the Do Not Disturb, schedule time off, name, device location, as well as the United States and the time zone, of course, temperatures, distance, device registration, and as well as the ability of just kind of getting everything set up correctly. Well, you may not have noticed that it's missing a couple of things. So if we go into a regular Echo, here is some of the differences. Bluetooth. This device does not have Bluetooth, so I cannot use this as a speaker or as using Bluetooth to connect it to another speaker. I can't connect a remote to it, so that's also not a compatibility there since we don't have Bluetooth, obviously. Schedule time off, it is available. We don't have drop-in on the Eufy. We do have it on the regular one. Although I see that one more of a software update, hopefully in the future when we do get updates. Sound, device, of course, location, and you'll notice the other thing I wanted to show you guys was the wake word. We have the way of changing the wake word on the Echo Dots to other than just the standard Alexa. We can go to Amazon, Echo, or computer, and with the Eufy we can't. What's the weather for Los Angeles, California?
In Los Angeles, California, there's an excessive heat warning in effect until Tuesday, October 24th, 8 p.m. The current weather is 71 degrees with clear skies. Today's
Tell me a joke.
When is a door not a door? When it's ajar.
That was a nice one, when it's ajar. Turn desk lights off.
Okay.
Turn desk lights on.
Okay.
Overall, both units work the same way. I think the compromises that have been made to bring it down to $15, I think are not that bad. The microphone array are definitely much better on the Echo Dot. That's just very clear. It has a much better array. This is something that they brought in from the Echo down to this. This is the first generation of the Eufy Home, which means this is what they have here is they're offering for $35 is an interface to the Amazon's Alexa system. So you're going to be able to interface with it, request all the commands, all the type of automations. Now, specific features that are missing, Bluetooth, I think it's not a big deal. I don't usually use Bluetooth for mine. I like to usually interface directly via voice. If you do want to connect it, they do provide that cable for you. It is very small and I think a little bit more stylish in the sense of the design. It tapers off to the top. As far as the ability of some of those features that I mentioned to you guys, they can add those in the future. If you're using a different initiation word, let's say if you use computer or Amazon or anything else other than the standard Alexa, you can't use that with the Eufy Home. So just keep that in mind. But again, from what I understand is more updates will come through, as I did receive an update since the last time when I first unboxed it and started using it. So it is being supported and we're going to see more and more. So for $35, I think it's worth it to complement an existing array of Echo Dots at the house, or even regular standard Echoes, or even Echo Shows, because what it does for that price, it helps you basically start putting them around the house without feeling so bad about buying a couple for $70 as opposed to buying a couple for $100. Big difference when you start talking more than one. I want to say thank you to Anchor for allowing me to check out the Eufy Home. Very nice little Amazon Echo interface. Again, I'll give you guys a link in the description below. $35, hard to beat, and you still get all the features and all the benefits of what you get with the automation with Alexa. Questions, corrections, interactions. You cannot make calls yet, but again, that's going to be coming in an update down the road. Like and subscribe as usual. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and see you guys in the next video.